Won't you let me be your Eddie Graham? That makes me wonder. Did Elvis ever see Star Wars? I shall find out. Hey, computer. Did Elvis see Star Wars?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Oh. Hey, does anybody know if Elvis saw Star Wars? Anybody? Somebody's got to know if Elvis saw Star Wars. I'll call Larry. He'll know.
This is Larry. How can I help you?
Hey, Larry.
Oh, I'm glad you called. Maybe you
I
can
ain't
help
got
me
time
with
for all that right now. I just got a quick question to ask you. Did Elvis see Star Wars?
I don't know. And like everybody else, I really don't give a shit.
Simple question. You want a simple answer. Hey everybody, it's Junkman coming back at you with a bottom of the barrel video. That's right. I'm digging. I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Maybe this will be a new series. Who knows? This is where I answer a stupid question. So, who's that running through this park in rhinestones after dark, looking way too fat to be a cop? You guessed it, Elvis Presley. And I guess it's not that dumb of a question. Did Elvis see Star Wars? Star Wars, of course, was released in limited runs and limited theaters, on May 25th, 1977. And in August, I think the 16th, I should have looked it up, somewhere around there, Elvis Presley died. And we know Elvis was a huge movie fan. In fact, in the late 70s, he was even a bigger movie fan. Get it? Now, growing up, my dad loved Elvis. So, to people that grew up in the late 50s, Elvis was like people that grew up like me in the late 70s, loved Star Wars. So there was a connection there. I saw a lot of Elvis growing up, heard a lot of Elvis. So naturally, I thought of this question also. When it was asked to me a couple of weeks ago, at first I thought, well, that's a stupid question, who cares? And I actually started thinking about it, and I can remember years ago thinking about it. Did Elvis ever see Star Wars? I think he would have got a good kick out of it. So, believe it or not, I went and searched it to see if he ever saw Star Wars. Maybe found some quotes where he talked about it. Something that shows that he did see it. And here's the story. Elvis couldn't stand in line to go see a movie. We all know that. Star Wars was huge, and everywhere it played there was long lines. And Elvis would always go see movies at night. He would make deals with the owners of the theater to rent out the space at nighttime when it was closed so him and his friends could see movies. He was really a movie buff, I've read. He's really enjoyed movies. Apparently, he didn't like TV. Well, tell you that, he loved TV, but he didn't like seeing Robert Goulet on television. One time, Robert Goulet was on TV, and it upset Elvis so much, he shot the television. But it was Robert Goulet, so you can't really blame him. But it seems that his daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, did get to see Star Wars. I think she was about 8 at the time. I could look over here on my screen, but too lazy. And she wanted her dad to see Star Wars. And he probably wanted to see what all the hype was about, too. I'm sure he heard of all the hype, all the standing in line, all the talk about it. But it seems he couldn't get anyone to let him come see it. They couldn't rent out a theater. I'm guessing no one locally saw it. You got to think, Star Wars didn't come out released like it does, like movies do today. It came out limited screens and started going wider throughout the summer. So apparently no one in Memphis, where Elvis lived, had a copy of Star Wars, or they wasn't willing to show it to him. And he even contacted 20th Century Fox to see if they would send him a print that he could screen at a movie theater close to his house. He couldn't get it. Yeah, Elvis, probably the most famous artist in 1977, couldn't get a print of Star Wars. Like I said, there wasn't that many prints. They didn't know this movie was going to be such a huge hit. They didn't know so many theaters was going to want it. So they was probably scrambling, trying to make extra prints of the film to get them out there so enough people could see it. It wasn't digital. Couldn't just send it over the internet. So, in short, he never got to see Star Wars. Sad, I know, he never got to see Star Wars. Actually, one of the last photos we've seen of Elvis, one of the last photos of Elvis is Elvis, his daughter, and his girlfriend at the time returning to the theater on August 12th. That's when they hoped to see Star Wars, but they couldn't, so they went to see the latest James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me. Imagine that. Your last movie ever is The Spy Who Loved Me, and not Star Wars. Sure, he died a couple days later on a toilet, but at least if he saw Star Wars, he could have been thinking about that at the time. To die with a happy memory. But August 12th, he returned back to Graceland, his home in Memphis, with his daughter and his girlfriend, and someone snapped a photo of him driving, which I found very odd. Here's Elvis, the king of rock and roll, huge star and everything, driving his own car to the theater. Figured he had a chauffeur or something, so that's pretty cool. But August 16th, just a few days later, Elvis was found dead. And there's some reports, I couldn't confirm any of this, that around the 15th, he was still trying to get prints of the film. But again, I don't know if that's true. So the question everyone wants to know, did Elvis see Star Wars? Sadly, no, he didn't. Although I didn't know Elvis personally, I think he would enjoy the film. But then again, who didn't enjoy the film? But then again, we're talking about the guy that made Clam Bait. So apparently, maybe his judgment on movies isn't good. Who knows? But anyway, kind of silly video, kind of short video. Just thought it might be a fun topic every once in a while. I'll do a video of stupid, strange questions and try to find an answer to them. So if you ever wondered why Star Wars, if you ever wondered if Elvis ever saw Star Wars, sadly he didn't. So what can we ask next? Here's one that comes up a lot, I get asked. Will Star Wars ever go into the public domain? The 1977 film. Will it be free to show on YouTube because it's in the public domain because it's so old? I'm going to have to look into that one. Anyway, let me know what you think. Is it good or bad that Elvis didn't see Star Wars? Trust me, it's bad. I don't care who you are. If you didn't get to see Star Wars, it's bad. I often look at old photos that were taken before 1977 of people that passed away, and I think, they never saw Star Wars. They never saw Star Wars. They never saw Star Wars. And then somebody slapped me upside the head and say, dude, it's just a movie. Anyway, that's the short answer. Elvis didn't see Star Wars. Let me know some strange, stupid questions you might have, and maybe I'll do a video on them. Put that in the comments below. And as always, please subscribe to the channel. Thumb up on my content. And we'll talk again soon.
Junkman.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.